such a toxic and dysfunctional relationship with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know how Jerry Jones convinces us that they are relevant. I don't know how he convinces us to talk about this team that hasn't even been to the conference championship round in 30 years, and essentially 30 years. But he does it. He somehow finds a way, and it's because he has star players and he has drama surrounding those star players. And in this business, that's what we talk about. And the latest, of course, being Micah Parsons and his trade request from the Dallas Cowboys, because he and the club are at an impasse when it comes to these contract negotiations. And first of all, I haven't spoken to you two about this. So before we get to the latest Jerry Jones sound, I want to hear from you guys about this situation and the fact that Micah Parsons has not been paid yet. Harry, your thoughts?
It makes no sense whatsoever, especially when you have T.J. Watt, who set the market for being the highest paid non-quarterback. In black and white, you know what the numbers are. He's making $41 million. Myles Garrett, before T.J. Watt, he was making $40 million at the defensive end position. So you know what the numbers should be, and it's in black and white. So I don't understand why the deal is not done right now currently, but also I don't understand Jerry Jones and his logic behind not talking to the agent of Micah Parsons. I think it's utterly disrespectful to say that, hey, I was in the room talking to Micah Parsons about leadership, and then all of a sudden we got on contract talks, and then I felt like we struck a deal, because that says to me, no, you felt like you got over on Micah Parsons because his representation was not in that room. So I don't know what GM, what owner in their right mind thinks that a player is going to sit there and have a casual conversation with you, and the next thing you know, you're talking about a contract, and then y'all strike a deal. It's okay to have the respect for David Mulugeta and call the agent of Micah Parsons and figure this thing out. But that's not the case with Jerry Jones. So Jerry Jones is acting like the child in this situation, and Michael Parsons is being the adult.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when you have bleep you money, and Jerry Jones is always going to have bleep you money.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Other than Roger Goodell, and even including Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the National Football League, Jerry Jones is the most powerful man in the National Football League. He is. He controls a lot of things with the owners and controls a lot of things with the money, despite the fact, like you said, Michelle, the only time they've been to a conference championship game since 1996 is with a ticket, or they were guests of somebody who was actually playing in those games, not involving the Dallas Cowboys. But when you have been able to get away with this and continue to get away with it, and no one's going to stand up to you, you have Jerry Jones being Jerry Jones. You have Jerry Jones controlling things and controlling the narrative. It's always going to be in his mind when you think of the Dallas Cowboys. He wants you to think of him first because he believes he's the only star that everybody should think about when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. He's not out there throwing passes. He's not out there trying to sack the quarterback. He's not out there trying to block people. But because he has that kind of stroke and has that kind of power, he can get personal because he knows no one is going to stand up to him, because he also knows that Micah Parsons does not want to go anywhere. Micah Parsons could request a trade like he did last Friday, but that doesn't mean he wants to go anywhere, because if he really wanted to go somewhere, he wouldn't be at practice. He wouldn't be there coaching players and counseling players on his team with the Dallas Cowboys. He would just sit out and incur those fines and say, trade me, but I'm not going to be anywhere near the organization. He's been there. So that gives Jerry Jones that kind of cachet to say, well, I don't have to be urgent. Micah Parsons is going to be here because he wants to be here. And when they make him the highest paid defensive player in the history of the National Football League, that will go away. And once again, it'll be King Jerry reigning supreme. I go back to the great quote by Nino Brown in New Jack City. Business be, never personal. When it's Jerry Jones, it's always business be, whether it gets personal or not, involving players, involving the Cowboys, and involving the NFL.
Well, in order for them to strike a deal, they need to talk to one another. So let's hear from Jerry Jones himself. What's the communication like, Jerry, been between you and Micah Parsons?
Have you talked to him since the trade request?
I have not, no.
Has your people started any contract talks with his agent?
Excuse me?
Has your negotiator started contract talks with his agent?
No.
Guys, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Michelle, Jerry thinks this is a game. When you're a billionaire, like Freddie just mentioned, you feel like, hey, at some point, you know what? I have the cachet. I have the money. I'll make this all go away. That's why he told fans, don't worry about this. Don't be too bothered by this. I'm a billionaire. I'm going to make this go away. I'm going to throw so much money at Michael Parsons. But for right now, we're going to do it my way. That's basically what Jerry Jones is saying. He's playing games, and no one has time for games. You see that with the tweet of CeeDee Lamb when this started to occur. You see Dak Prescott backing up Michael Parsons as well. You see Marcus Spears and giving his spiel every time he gets on a microphone. You see Ryan Clark and the way he talks about the situation. Mm-hmm. There are so many players that are fed up. And me as a former player, when I first seen this going on, Freddie, Tell Michelle, I couldn't hold it in because I'm like, man, why can't they just practice and focus on winning this season? Why does it always have to be some kind of nonsense going on in Dallas? And the sad part is this right here. When you look at the cap hit, because Jerry Jones wants to wait to the last minute to do everything, especially deals with players that he's drafted, when you look at the cap hit for Dak Prescott, it's $50.5 million. Well, Howie Roseman, who showed everyone in the NFL how to do it with the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and then A.J. Brown, their cap hit is at $47 million. Let that sink in, people.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones does not care about money in terms of he's never going to lose any kind of money. He could literally be north of a salary cap, whatever that is, to circumvent that. And he's willing to do it because back in March, when he and Micah Parsons had this conversation that started off as friendly banter, then involved in a contract negotiation, Micah Parsons like, whoa. You have your people, talk to my people. Jerry Jones basically said, and I quote, the offer to Micah Parsons at that point, that impromptu meeting, was a hell of a lot more than you think I did, and guaranteeing somebody almost $200 million.
He said he reached, Freddie.
He said he reached. I'm thinking, well, when you're a billionaire, what I mean, okay, Jerry, we're sorry that went into your pocket money when it comes to paying Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. But when you have that mindset and you've been able to get away with it without winning a championship, well, that's the definition of Jones right there. I'm going to control the power structure. How do I control that? Making sure that everybody knows everything revolves around me. You don't need anybody else. All you need is me. And as long as that continues to be the case, we keep having these conversations. Nothing changes where the Cowboys don't win in a playoff situation. They don't get to the playoffs. But Jerry Jones is going to have everything revolving around him because that's the world that he has created in Dallas in the NFL.
Well, Harry, you said Jerry Jones is playing games, but will we see Micah Parsons playing games? September 4th, we're less than a month away from the season opener with the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And Jerry Jones was asked about the sense of urgency to get a deal done with Micah Parsons, knowing that date is looming. Here's what he said, guys.
Again, your definition of urgent is not necessarily. I don't believe you gave a definition of urgent. Okay, and so I stay urgent.
Okay. Any confidence that he will be on the field against Philadelphia?
Again, no, absolutely not. That has to. A big part of that is his decision. How would I know that? I'm just saying. No, but I'm urgent.
He's as urgent as the snail, guys. What are we talking about? You're urgent. You know what the number is. You know what it's going to take to get this done. If you were urgent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. If you were urgent, you would have gotten this done last offseason when Micah Parsons came to the table and said, hey, why don't we just hash this out now?
You know what, Michelle? They
Lord.
play on Thursday night, right, versus the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if that Monday or that Tuesday of that week, that's when Michael Parsons will have a deal. It wouldn't surprise me.
Because this happened before. Although, hey, Jerry Jones, I know you have not seen a dictionary lately, but the word urgent means that a situation is critical and requires immediate response to prevent harm or negative consequences. That's what urgent means. If you don't believe me, go look up Webster's, because right now it is urgent involving you and Micah Parsons. But then again, urgent is different when Jerry Jones's world compared to the rest of planet Earth when it comes to player and contracts in Dallas.
I stay urgent.
He stays something, all right.
Jeez. Does he think? Anyway, we got to get to this on the other side. Freddie Coleman, Harry Douglas, Michelle Smallman. It's on Sports We Like here on ESPN Radio, and we're presented by Progressive Insurance. We'll get to a little bit more of this Jerry Jones stuff because I know we have more meat on the bone here. Plus, our ESPN Radio NFL Two-A-Days continues. We take a look at my squad, the Green Bay Packers. Is this a make or break year for Matt LaFleur?